Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 12. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen here, Carlos Gang. We are on episode 12. We don't need no more than 10 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Honey, this ain't the Housewives. Housewives get 20 plus episodes. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Honey, I'm ready to get the hell on. Okay, let's head to the reunion, honey. Let's head to the union. But y'all, let's get into this. Anywho, when the episode first opens up, it's the next day. The personal chef has been flown in from DC to throw down. And when I tell y'all that food looks so good, I said, baby, tag me in the prayer, honey. I'm ready to eat. I was looking at that food. I was like, ooh, that food look good, y'all. So they're about to eat. And Pastor Tank says the prayer. Baby, that Tank is a praying man. Do y'all hear me? He prayed for a good 45 minutes. He praying. Here go boss baby looking out the side of her eye like, is he still going? Girl, let that man do the benediction. So he praying and whatnot. So they get to the table to eat and they're sitting there. And I think it was Mel or Martell asked what their favorite, I think it was Mel, asked what their favorite like memory is from Florida. Of course, Sugar Mama was like, when Daddy had on the flower shorts. Baby, I don't know how them flower shorts was sitting, honey. I don't know what the flower shorts are about. But that left an impression on Sugar Mama. And look at little Boss Baby. Look how cute she look. I'm sorry. Boss Baby is the one that said the shorts. And Sugar Mama just looking just as cute as she want to look. So, child, she just sitting up there smiling. I said, look at these babies. They so pretty. Anyway. So, child, they going to show a picture of a hotel in these shorts. I said, baby, we do not need the visual, okay? She said the shorts have flowers on them. That's all we need to know. So, they all talking about their favorite memories or whatever. And Martell must have packed some audacity in his bag. So he gonna say, yeah, Mel, keep in mind Tisha and Marceau are stopping by. Keep in mind? Honey, I never had them in mind. Are you crazy? I'm not keeping them in mind on my vacation. So Mel is like, well, when they coming? He said like in 45 minutes. Mel is like boundaries Martell does not have, okay? And it's making her feel like this is the same mess and the disrespect that she faced in her marriage. Martell should have ran that by her before inviting them. And I agree with that. Like, don't invite people on a family vacation. I don't care if they down the street or not. Honey, but we all know it was a plot and scheme that Carlos set up to come at us with the bush. Okay? Because under normal circumstances, it ain't no way Tisha and Marceau gonna be down the street and show up in a scene with these people if they didn't have to. So that's just that on that. Moving forward. So Martell talking about, well, I can see how Melody can be annoyed, but we all need to be able to be cordial at all times. I'm not thinking about being cordial on my vacation, okay? Who invites their adversary to places they're trying to relax? Hotel. Use your thinker, honey. That don't even make no damn sense. Why would I invite them somewhere where I'm trying to relax? If Hotel don't have nothing else, he got the damn nerve. He definitely got some nerve. Like, how you gonna invite people somewhere that you were invited to an all expense paid vacation, whether we're co-parents or not? You ain't put in nothing on this man. How you gonna invite guests to something you didn't have any business coming to in the first place? Child, she better than me. Moving forward. So he's like, yeah, they trying to take the kids on the boat. So she's like, well, I set up a boat for us to go on tomorrow. Well, I know that's right, honey. So don't even think about it. So they get out to the beach. It's giving Hallmark card, honey. The kids playing in the water with their daddy. Mel got on her mom Kini. They all enjoying the water. Mama Merlene lounging, honey. Probably got a drink in her two-step. Her drink in her. I'm just playing Mama Merlene. I like Mama Merlene until she get to talking about Hotel, honey. But that's his mama child, so she gonna take up for him. But anywho, she over there lounging, looking at the family. For some reason, okay, I already know what the reason is, honey, but the people y'all like to get upset, but let's just keep it real. For some reason, Mel is over there doing downward facing dog on the beach in this bathing suit. Martell is like, what you doing? I'm trying to show you what you missing. And she ain't fooling me. Because, girl, what reason are you doing random yoga poses on this beach? It's okay. It's us women. Like, we like to show you what's unattainable. Okay, I'm the one that got away. But we're not going to sit here and act like it wasn't little smirks on her face when she was talking about it in the confessional. Because, of course, we all know Martell made a huge mistake. And so she making him pay for it, honey, with the downward facing dog of it all. I don't care what y'all say. Mel was getting a kick out of Martell wanting that old thing back. So he comes over with his phone for whatever reason, which I thought was creepy. I would have been like, sir, please don't record me. Please, no pictures. Please, honey, no pictures, child. You're worse than a paparazzi. So he come over there with the phone with all these old pictures in it, and he's reminiscing to the pictures. Mel putting him on blast, talking about, oh, you still got the... I knew you still had these pictures because you be texting them to me. Child, I know side chick of the year is pissed seeing this episode, even though she claims she don't watch the show. Girl, we know you watch the show. Honey, that's just like some of them housewives that get put off the show and then all of a sudden, I haven't watched, but whatever's going on, I wish them well. Girl, you watch every Sunday night. Moving forward. So she said that Martell tries to play on nostalgia, which is what he would do when she would leave him during his affair for all those years. Oh, girl, yeah, they always try to talk about those 5 good minutes. Sir, no thank you. Honey, I said good day. So up walks the Scotts, honey. I would have been so annoyed. Not that I don't like the Scotts, because I have no problem with the cast as a whole. You know, some I would not hang out with in real life, but I have no problem with the Scotts. The reason why I would have been pissed and annoyed is because how dare you infiltrate our vacation and our first time dipping our toe in the proverbial water as co-parents. Like, don't be inviting no Scotts nowhere with me. So Tisha was complimenting Mel's braids. She's like, girl, it's the first time I ever seen you with braids. You look cute. And Martell is like, yeah, they look good on her. Wink, wink. You know, he up there winking. She's like, oh, let me go change them. When I tell y'all, I would have instantly pulled out a wig. When I tell y'all we would have went in that house, honey, it would have been a whole shake and go situation. Child, I wish I would have kept them braids. So he gonna say in the confessional, yeah, Mel is saying that I guess to like protect herself. But, you know, I took my daughter to get braids. Then she got the same braids. So, I mean, she know I like the braids. That's why she got them. Sir, everything is not about you. Braids are a vacation staple. You book the trip and you book the braider. Boy, gone. So Mel was like, you know, my mood has totally changed, especially when I saw the Scotts. And I kind of feel disrespected slightly because, like, sir, what are you doing? I would have felt the exact same way because you're making executive decisions like we're still married, knowing you were invited to attend. Honey, you're here by the hair on your chinny chin chin. So don't be inviting others. Like, what? So child inside. Tisha doing all that talking. Ma'am, hush. Just hush. Tisha's like, this the Mel and Martell we used to. So Mel in the kitchen. I don't know what she in there doing, child. Martell is like, yeah, you know Mel invited me down. So Tisha said, oh, she invited you. He said, yeah, you know, that was her plan. Martell, quit showing out. Quit showing out. Because you were not acting like that before they pulled up. So act like you got some sense. I know it's hard. So Mel is annoyed yet again because she feels like they're trying to make fetch happen with her and Martell and she don't like it. So they start talking about what they plan to do for the day. Marceau brings up going on a boat, going fishing. But he's like, I don't want to take my kids out there and be embarrassed because we sitting out there and we don't catch a fish. It's not about whether or not you catch a fish. It's about the experience. Boys will forever remember going fishing with their dad. Marceau gave me trifling this episode, honey. And we're going to continue to get into it, y'all. So Tisha suggests next time Martell goes fishing that they take MJ. She was like, yeah, you know, because we all got to be there for all of our children. So Mel said, oh, he don't believe in the village. Child. She said he don't like the village. Tisha was like, no, I'm sure she was like, no, he does not believe in the village. So when she was in the confessional, she said he doesn't believe in that because he can't control it. Oh, yeah, girl, he don't like the village when you do it. Okay, it's not that he don't like it. He don't like it when you do it. Because Miss Merlene going to be in the mix and everybody else when it comes to his time. But as soon as it's you need to have the children on your hip in the booth while you sing, wherever you go, the kids need to be attached to you. But when it's his turn, the kids can be wherever the kids gonna be. It's just you. So Martell is like, y'all gotta go. Mel's starting to act different. Y'all gotta go. Yeah, she mad that you invited Tisha and them. That's why she's starting to act different. Moving forward. So they started talking about how they had fun last night. And Tisha was like, just the two of y'all? She said, no, everybody. So Marceau gonna say, listen, please don't insinuate the two of them together alone. Okay, buzzword, child, please don't do it. So Martell starts getting in his feelings. Sir, this is not that, okay? A narcissist love to be the victim when they don't get their way. Boy, chin up, Buttercup. You're going to be okay. So then they bring up the golf cart again, and Mel is telling them how Tank was driving and this and that. And so Tisha and Marceau are still playing 21 questions. I was like, what is going on? And Marceau was like, so who's the better driver? So Mel suggests that they turn around and play this game. So they play the no longer newlywed game. So they turn their backs while Tisha and Marceau ask them questions. I was like, child, not the TikTok of it all. Y'all know that thing they be doing on TikTok? Who's most likely to jump off a bridge? Who's most likely to say I love you first? Who's most likely to subscribe to MEASHAIMO? Honey, it better be all of y'all. Okay? Bet to be all of you. Everybody better be pointing to themselves at this particular moment. Y'all better all be pointing to yourself. But anyway, they start playing the game. I mean, it was cute, but I don't want Martell to get carried away. So it's like you can't give him an inch because he's definitely going to take a mile. So it's like I liked them being nice to each other, and the two, well, they're not couples, and all four of them, getting along, but I just don't trust Martell like that. So Tisha and Marceau, they get in the chair next and they start playing. Basically, Tisha does all the work. The last question was, who do the kids like to be around most? And it was Marceau. Mel said, oh, the parent that don't do shit. That's usually how it works. Okay, that's usually how it works. And Marceau, you need to be ashamed of your damn self, because it makes no sense for Tisha to be responsible for MJ getting his haircut when there's a man in the house. Like, that should be your rite of passage, to go and take your son to the barbershop. Show him what men do, how they kick back, how they have fun, how they have conversations about ladies and this. Like, sir, what is wrong with you? Now, me as a single mom, I have to take my son into the barbershop, which is the most uncomfortable thing in the world. I have to make sure my wardrobe is not too tight. I got to make sure, because, child, it's always an ex or somebody in that barbershop, child. Oh, trust me, I got so many stories. But anywho, I do not like taking my son to the barbershop because I feel uncomfortable. It's all men and then me. And then, child, don't let me have to go to the restroom. Then they looking because that thing and like, Marceau, take your child to the barbershop. Anywho, so that was the end of this scene. This scene was cute. Everybody seems to be putting their petty to the side for a minute, putting their big girl and big boy britches on. Child, Martell's so happy he about to explode. Moving forward. In the next scene at Kimmi and Maurice's house, Kimmi is looking at all that beautiful hair of hers, and she was just telling us that because she works in the medical field and because she knows what chemo is going to do with her, she doesn't want to look down and see her hair in the drain. So she's going to cut her hair before it falls out because it's something that she can control. And when I tell y'all her hair is so gorgeous, but Kimmi, listen, it's just hair. It's just hair. And I know it feels bad because it's like an extension of you. And although we wear wigs to enhance or so we don't have to deal with our regular hair, it's different when you don't have a choice but to wear a wig. There's a huge difference. So I understand that she's probably going to be feeling away, but it's okay, Kimmi. It's just hair. It's going to grow back. It's just hair. So her best friend shows up to hold her hand. She has her team around her, and Maurice is having a really hard time with it. And as I was looking at him in this scene, I was just thinking, you know what? We got to remember to pray for the caregivers as well. Because, oftentimes we pray for the person that's going through it, but the people that have to watch them go through it, it's just as bad. So, we got to keep Maurice lifted as well. And so the stylist that's cutting her hair is going to make a unit for her to wear, which I think is beautiful. I was like, okay, unit. As she started cutting, y'all, I got choked up. I got choked up when Maurice started cutting. I was like, okay, this is too much for me, honey. I got to go get a refreshing beverage. So as he's cutting, she's telling this story about how she stalked Maurice on Facebook because she found out that he cut hair and he was a barber. So she DM'd him saying that Jalen needed a haircut. Child, not Kimberly shooting her shot. And so, that's how Maurice and Kimmi were born. That was a cute story. Kimmi shooting her shot at Maurice. But the thing is this, because y'all know I have to give a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and keep it lighthearted. Maurice, what kind of barber were you exactly? Because, baby, you should have tapered that thing in the back. It was giving chili bowl in the back. I wanted you to taper it, like really get into it if you was going to get into it. So after they finished it, it actually looked really cute on her. It was different, but it was cute. Oh, Kimmi, you're going to get through this. You gonna get through it. You gonna get through it. Continue to wear your wigs. Continue to wear your, lay your lace down. When you take it off, she gave you some pretty curls. Just go to the barber, get it tapered in the back the correct way. And I mean, it'll grow on you and get you some bigger hoops. When you got the short hair, the bigger the hoop, you get the popping. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Moving forward. So Maurice said, Kimmi is not her hair. This is what he's saying in the confessional. She's not this, young thing that we see. Who Kimmi is her essence. He said, I'm not going to love her any less because of her hair. In fact, he loves her more every day. And I thought that was so sweet. Ooh, child. When I tell you the way these past few episodes with Kimmi have taken me on an emotional roller coaster, and the contrast between the scenes is a whole fool. We have Kimmi literally going through something life-altering, and then we have Destin with the foolishness. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to send you my bill, Carlos Kane, because it's too much. In the next scene, back in La La Land, aka Destin, because Martell lives in an alternate universe, Marceau and Martell are playing pool upstairs, right? And Marceau asks, how did you and Mel get here? Like, how did y'all get to such a good place, especially after Vegas? Marceau, do you want them to stay at each other's neck forever? Like, it should be some progression. They have children. So no matter how they got there, they got there. He was getting on my nerves, honey. I was like, why are you asking him that? Just be happy that they're there. You want to see them in strife. You can't be trusted. Anywho, Martell said he thinks that they both got the time they needed to go through the pain. What pain did you endure? What pain did you go through? Because I don't remember. I just don't remember. What pain? Oh, okay. So downstairs, Tisha and Mel, they're talking. And I thought that was good to see. Even though it was a little bit awkward and probably fake. I mean, it was good to see them talking, honey. They both being adults about it. Because it could be that Mel could get up and act like she don't see Tisha. And Tisha could be sitting there looking crazy. Or Tisha could be upstairs with Marceau and Martell. So the fact that they downstairs talking, child, let them talk. So Tisha asked about what made Mel invite Martell. And Mel was like, well, I'm just wise enough to know when I need a minute. And I didn't want to jump to do things that people wanted me to do because that's how they feel things should be. Child, Mel gonna give herself a pat on the back if she don't do nothing. Baby, Mel gonna give herself a pat on the back if she don't do nothing else. It's always good to take time away to regroup, especially when the feelings are raw. Because if you fresh off of being pissed, okay, and you still upset and thinking about things that happened to you in that relationship, you cannot possibly come together. You need a minute. Like, you really have to go no contact in order to get yourself together. And I know from experience. So I think she did the right thing. Upstairs, Martell is telling Marceau that he always talked about what Mel wasn't doing, how she wasn't giving him sex, but it must have been something he wasn't doing. You finally figuring that out? It took you 5 years to figure out that it was something that you might not have been doing? Like, you weren't depositing into her love tank, but you were ready to withdraw every night. It don't work like that. So when you went to make a withdrawal, your account was negative. Okay, you're in the red. Boy, goodbye. Moving forward. Back downstairs, Tisha's interviewing Mel for the People. I said, baby, Tisha asking all these questions. She's like, so, Mel, what steps did you take to get here? I was like, girl, go on, ask the questions the people want to know. So Mel spoke her speech about, giving herself time. And Tisha was like, in the confessional, I just hope that she's healed because, Mel is good at showing you what she wants you to see and, trying to convince you. But she's also good at convincing herself. Now, I know y'all gonna get pissed, but it is what it is, honey. I think that what Tisha was saying is true. But I know that, everybody gonna be in an uproar. Two things can be true at the same time. I think she does convince herself of some things, but Tisha, you're also guilty of that. Both of you convinced. I guess that's why she can see it, honey, because you've been trying to convince yourself so you can see that she's trying to convince herself. And I can see that she's trying to convince herself because I've been the person to convince my own damn self. So what Tisha was saying was correct. If she says she is good, though, then let her be, child. Let her fake it till she make it. Okay, it's tough to co-parent with a narcissist. Be glad you ain't got to do it. Okay, so just leave the lady alone, child. But Tisha was right. Upstairs, Marceau and Martell are still talking about the relationship, and Marceau asks how he's going to feel about Mel potentially dating. So, of course, Martell said what he thought we wanted to hear, but I already see right through you. And I know you don't believe this. He said, it's eventually going to happen. So they'll have a conversation. And he feels like Mel is going to be responsible with the men that she brings around. So Marcel said on the outside, Martell don't seem like he can handle her being with someone else. But it's different to see them being happy with somebody else because you think that they can't do any better than you, but they can. Whenever Mel finally reveals a man, Martell is going to lose it. And we will all know about it because it will be all over social media. Hotel, you ain't fooling me. Like, we got a glimpse of it last season when you went off. When you were at that house and Mel rolled up on you because you had been videotaping her running around the restaurant. It's okay. I know how you about to act. And it just kills me because it's okay when the men do it. But men like Martell can't handle their ex moving on. And some of them can be scary because it's like you can go out here and do your dirt and do whatever. And then we're finally done with each other and I'm moving on and now it's a problem. Anywho, back downstairs, Tisha and Mel are still talking about their lives being consumed, once they have kids. And so Mel said, if I do have another child, we will have to have a contract and a 24-hour nanny, basically. A nanny in the evening, nanny in the noon, nanny at night. So Tisha's like, I don't know why my single friends don't want the dad to keep the kids. Well, Tisha, sometimes it's more complex than that. Sometimes it's more to it. And hell, when you gonna let Marcel keep the kids? Child, you a single parent within your marriage. Because the way that game was going, honey, them kids don't even know Marcel. Back upstairs, Martell is talking crazy. Talking about, I just, I feel like we should have just been talking to each other more. Talk to each other throughout the years so that, things could get better. Like I should have been more patient and I should have had more conversations. So then him and his suit, they get emotional and they walk off. He told me, I'm sorry. Sir, I hope you're leaving to go to hell respectfully, honey. Okay? That's just that on that. You may regret it. You may regret it now, but I don't feel like you would be any different if y'all got back together. You are thinking about what was and only the positive things, but Mel is still Mel at the end of the day. So whatever it was that had you thinking you could find better, you're going to find that same fault as soon as you get back with her because you can't be trusted. And that was the end of the episode. Honey, I'm never taking my foot off Martell's neck. Never. Okay? Everybody want to, come down on the Scots and on the this and on the that. For me, it's Hotel for me. It's him for me. Honey, I don't trust nothing that he says. I don't trust nothing about him. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Did you watch it? It was kind of a refreshing change, but I'm just ready to wrap this season up. I don't want to keep seeing Kimmi go through this. It's sad. It's making me nervous. It's making my child. I just want to just wave a magic wand and make her part scripted. You know how you watch scripted TV and you're like, it's okay. They don't have it in real life. It's fine. Let's just make Kimmi's part scripted and let's get to the union. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.